Hey there guys, how's it going? Welcome to another Ark Survival Evolved video. Today we're doing more testing relative to PvP on official servers. How do these aberration dinos change the meta? Now if you didn't see my last video, I'll put a link up on the screen right now. This was testing mainly turret soaking with the new aberration dinos with a little bit of melee comparison in there. Now one thing I did in there is I fought a high-end Reaper, a Reaper King, against a wild Giga, and the wild Giga was really kicking ass. Now, as a lot of us know, the wild Gigas are massively buffed compared to tamed ones. However, obviously people do have really good tamed Gigas that might be up there in competition, and I had some friends actually say to me that they'd heard rumours that the Reapers were actually competing with the Gigas on official servers. So this test here today is to see, can they really compete in a melee battle, in just a general battle? Can a Giga take on a Reaper? Before I get into the actual footage of that, you might be seeing that obviously I'm playing this on PC right now. I've got an amazing PC from PC Specialist. They're a sponsor of mine. If you're looking to get yourself a PC, I've custom made 3 PCs over there, all the way from the lowest level one I could possibly create that would run Ark and games like it, really good settings, all the way up to my crazy PC, and also a mid-tier PC that will get you similar performance to what I get for about half the price really. Some very special choosing going on there for what hardware and whatever, but this isn't a paid video or anything like that, but they are a sponsor of mine. I don't shout them out enough in videos, so I thought I would do that, because as you can see, Ark on PC, when you get high frame rates, is absolutely beautiful. Look how silky smooth this is. This is with everything on Epic right now. You can see I'm getting like 93 FPS, could easily turn it down and get high hundreds. Anyway, enough about this PC. I absolutely love my PC, so it is nice to get on Ark every now and then. Oh, that was the sound of someone following me on Twitch, by the way. Of course, if you're not following me on Twitch, feel free to do that. I actually have the alert box up at the same time as recording. Anyway, let's get into the battle. So, Reaper King 271, Giga level 371. You might say to me, Jay, that doesn't seem very balanced to me. Well, let me show you why I have done that. Obviously, I play a lot of official, and I've kind of got a good grasp of what kind of tames people have on official servers. Definitely for PS4. Not so sure about Xbox and PC if it's too different. But let's take a look at this Giga. So this Giga, although it's level 371, I've got it up to 467 melee here. That's pretty reasonable melee for a Giga, even the best of the best. Considering there's going to be no rider on the Giga, this also is a little bit higher than I would normally do because there's going to be no imprint buff on there. Now the only thing that's a bit lower here than what you would get on a actual PvP official server top tier Giga is probably the health there, which is at 19k. But to counter that, I've gone for a really nice saddle there. 118 armor on that saddle. Remember, Reaper King doesn't have the saddle, so how is it going to compete not having the damage reduction from the saddle? So you could say it's a little bit low on health, but other than that, this is for all intents and purposes, this is as good as you're going to get a Giga. Now here is the Reaper King that I've spawned in. Again, I've been playing on official servers, looking at Reaper Kings, looking what kind of stats you can get, and we've figured out that really if we're going to get a top tier Reaper King and get good stats in it, this is pretty reasonable and might be kind of stats you will be able to get. I've bumped up the health a little bit more than what I think I might be able to get with this much melee, just because obviously there's no imprint on here, but then there's no imprint on either of them, to be fair. So we've got 57,000 health. You can definitely get over 60k in a Reaper if you go mainly health, but I've also done quite a bit in melee damage. You can see there I've gone up to 535 melee damage. So the way I'm going to fight these two is I'm going to unclaim the Giga, and I'm going to put the Giga on neutral. So the second I go and attack the Giga will be on neutral. Now I did a quick test of this and there was some really exciting results, which is why I'm making a video about this. But yeah, I did a quick test and it seemed like a pretty good fight. So I'm going to make sure that I'm not really around any water, like deep water, so that the Giga doesn't get stuck in there. Let's put it on neutral. This is a pretty standard kind of terrain, nothing too crazy here. And we're just going to let him duke it out. I'm not going to try and get away from the Giga or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is actually, if I just leave the tribe, that will unclaim that anyway. So that's on neutral, right? That is all good. So I need to leave the tribe and then claim this. So Let's do that. You have to make sure that dinos and everything is on tribe owned when you do this. If you want to test this yourself. So I'm going to leave the tribe. Brand new tribe, beautiful. Then I'm going to have to cheat give this to me because you can't transfer Reapers like that. So give to me, which is the code. Right, so now I have this Reaper and I also have the GIGA, which is now in another tribe. If we just check, and it is on neutral. So this is going to be the kind of test you might do. I mean, obviously the GIGA is going to have no rider, so it does put it at a little bit of a disadvantage, and I'm going to show you some ways around that. But sometimes you will be fighting neutral GIGAs, so some of these things I'm going to show you are interesting. So obviously you could start this off with doing the spit attack. Let's just get rid of this tree here. But I'm going to start this off by trying to approach the back of the GIGA. So one thing I found quite interesting, let's just get this bite going, let's get this fight underway, is if you get towards like the back of the GIGA, if you can get things just right, you can manage to get like a lot of bites on it without it managing to bite you. So obviously this is something that's going to be more effective against the GIGA that doesn't have a rider on it. And I don't know why sometimes I get the 184 damage instead of the 70. I don't know if I'm hitting, there you go, look, right there. I don't know if I'm hitting a certain part of the GIGA that isn't protected by the saddle. So this can go for a while. So what we're going to do is we're going to start like this to put this in our favour, because this is a very risky and very dangerous fight here, until eventually we will run out of stamina. And then as soon as I run out of stamina, I'm not going to be able to do this technique anymore. So yeah, as I just explained, against someone that, against a gear that has a rider on, this is unlikely going to be something you can do because they might back off. But if anything, they might actually find it more difficult. I'm actually really surprised the GIGA hasn't got a single hit on me so far. So this is a nice little bit of damage while I'm still got stamina that the GIGA has not been able to do to me at all. Don't remember, this thing's got a really good saddle on it, which is why you can see it's taking a long time. All of this damage, and we haven't even got the GIGA bloody. I think I can see the first tiny spot of blood there on the back. We're just about to run out of damage, stamina even. So here is where things get really, really interesting. You can see I'm doing 70 damage here to this GIGA. So let's just go front on. 70 damage as expected. And we can see here, this GIGA is doing 370 damage to us. So considering that the Reaper has basically double the health, and it could even have more of the GIGA, this isn't too bad of a comparison. Now I am doing maybe a quarter to a third of the damage of the GIGA, but that's something to keep in mind. So if I was just to go like this, it might be kind of close, and I think that this battle would probably go just about in the GIGA's favor from here on. Who knows? I mean, I might let it go on for a little longer. But the most interesting thing and the most interesting discovery I found is that the spin attack, as you're about to see, ignores the armor. So you can see normally the spin attack actually does less damage than the normal attack, but here it is actually doing more damage than the normal attack. Now I am getting hit here by the GIGA, but you can get it so that you don't get hit if you do it right. So ideally, let's get a bit of stamina back. See if we can, normally doing this will allow you to get a bit of stamina. Let's figure out how close we can get. Oosh, there you go. So while it's kind of stunned, it makes it more difficult for it to actually hit you. Got a bit of stamina now, so let's just go for it there. Yeah, there we go. We managed to get that swipe. So you can see here, if you can do this in such a manner, you see, too early there, and then they managed to get 2 hits on us. Let's do a spit. You see, really you need to do the spit attack when it's further away, otherwise it's going to get too close to you. Oosh, there we go. So if you can get this just right, you can manage to get quite a few hits. Again there, that was bad judgment. Ooh, that 1000 damage there you can see was on the dino that was, well, it was probably a fish or something that was in the river. You see, I've timed that just wrong. He's managed to get the bite on me. But yeah, this GIGA is looking in bad shape right now. So I definitely think this is going to be close. Like I say, it is obviously going to be, I'd say this GIGA has slightly less health than you would have on a high-end GIGA normally. And it's not as simple as just going all at it. There is like a bit of a technique, and there is a bit of practice to figuring out how close that Giga should be. So is that one right? No, you see, it got hit on me there. But yeah, how close should it be at a swing before it gets the hit on me? And it's kind of hard to judge. You see there, that was too early. So yeah, this is quite a big, I guess, bit of news for me. I did get told, and I obviously knew that they would do better. I don't know why that one did so much damage there. Oh, I'm actually double tapping the spin there, and that is doing more damage. That is interesting. Let's do it again. So yeah, I'm tapping the spin really quickly, and it's somehow managing to get like 2 hits. Push forward a bit there. That one did the 174. 174 again. You can actually do this pretty quick. Oh damn, you can see there, that was looking good. So doing this display, as you can see, the Reaper is going to win here. But to be fair, I didn't give the Giga quite as much health as a normal Giga would have. But yeah, this is a big deal, to be honest, guys, when it comes to official Ark and just Ark PvP in general, that these things, especially with the spin attack, I mean, my spin attack there is doing 3 times the damage of the normal attack. So there's just literally no reason, and there it goes. Rest in peace, Giga. No real reason to do the normal attack at all. And I've come out there with 23,000 health there. So if the Giga had more health and I had a little bit less health, maybe it would have been a bit closer. But if you use those techniques combined, guys, the fact that the spin attack seems to ignore the saddle damage is a massive game changer here. So that's all for this video, guys. I just wanted to get that bit of information out here and do a really cool little battle for you guys. If you did enjoy the video and you want more like this, more kind of seeing what kind of PvP testing and stuff like that I could do, then let me know in the comment section down below. Of course, subscribe if you're new around here and haven't subscribed already. But that's it for today, guys. I'll see you in another video soon.